case, it should have been a red light. Should have stayed in the end zone. Terrible field position to start this drive.
Here we go, set!
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing Jones. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Austin. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now a first down carry for Harris. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Steelers 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Pickett. Dancing to his left. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. By most accounts, last week played okay in the victory, but I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, It's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now here's another carry for Harris. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Buying time, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
It goes up about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Yeah, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Pickett back to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd and 2, Pickett.
That's caught by the 6'8 tight end, Zach Gentry.
And he will have a Steelers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Pickett now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw there, hauled in by Claypool.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Setting up the screen, Harris.
Touchdown!
Najee Harris.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later. But make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Chris Wormley in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After the sack on 1st down, Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Pickett. This will be caught just inside the 10. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said, take the 3. But it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Rolling to... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got a man, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Jones. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is now 17-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back to throw, Pickett. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They hand this off to Harris. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Here's Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. They run for it with Harris. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Room here to run. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Give him 42 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris,
his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. They'll try to run with Harris. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. We have played 3 quarters. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Again, it's Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed 1 bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Escaping the pressure right.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Hunter Henry brings it in.
Down inside the 10.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Harris.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
He'll try again.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 28-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 165 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run again with Harris. Shoves him away. And a pretty athletic run right there, as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A give to Harris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hip.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now Harris. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 233 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Again, it's Harris on second down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
But, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.
In the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous. I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue. I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible.